All right, welcome to another episode of the Stitch Method. Who is Bob from Dunnellon? That's a question, right? Well, I'll explain everything to you. A couple days ago, I got an email from a very nice guy named Bob in Dunnellon, Florida. And I'm going to move this piece of paper over, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, I've purchased a couple of blues lessons on the internet. I know the minor, major, and extended pentatonic series pretty good, but most of these lessons use licks which I need to try and remember. I just happened to run across your site the other day, and your 1, 4, and 5 system seems to make some basics look a lot easier. I am 80 years old and would love to be able to play a blues run like you demo in your blues guitar soloing mindset video. Where did I leave? Okay, there we go. Your system sort of turned on the light for me. I don't know how many years I have left up here in Dunnellon, Florida, but I sure would like to show off in front of my buddies with this run if I learn no other. And he goes on to talk about some other things. And that was a pretty powerful statement. So I emailed him back and I said, hey man, give me a call. So he called me, or I called him back after I missed his call. Anyway, and I talked to him, and I told him, hey, Bob, listen, I'm going to make a video for you. I'm going to break down that entire solo, note for note, and you can learn it. So, Bob, this lesson is for you. For everyone else who's watching, in case you haven't seen it, I have a video called the Blues Soloing Mindset Video. It's linked below. It talks about how to use the pentatonic and the notes within it to enhance your blues soloing. And in that video, I do about a 35-second solo, which I'm going to break down right now for you. All right, so if you need to watch that video first, because it's going to help make a lot of sense for you. But it also, I have some tabs for you. The tabs are, ready, go to the site. And Bob, don't worry, I'm going to email them to you. But everyone else, it's going to be www.stitchmethod.com/bob.html. There's going to be a little link. Click on it. Boom. There are your files. One last thing before we begin. I know I talk a lot, and I'm sorry. Not sorry. Tony, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay? Here's my coffee. All right. So let us begin. So the solo, to some effect, I have an A. It's in an A blues, and I'm working in the A minor pentatonic. And I'm going to paraphrase this. I want to tell you how difficult it is to go back and learn a solo that you did. Learn a solo that you did that you improvised on, and you have to learn it note for note, and it's like, oh my god, so I had a fun time doing this, but here we go. Stop talking. All right, so I'm going to play it for you. Hopefully it sounds like the original, and we'll break it down. Here we go. Extent. That was pretty good. I surprised myself, actually. Got through it. All right, so let's break it down for Bob. Bob, this is for you. All right, so we open up the lines on the A, and we're going to open up. My whole entire philosophy is to come in strong, and a very, like a strong thing to do in the blues is to bend this guy and hold that note. So this is what I do. So we're going to slide. I in the tabs it says 7, but I like to slide to the 7th fret of the D string, 5th fret of the G, and then 7th fret of the G with a bend. So you have, okay, it causes a little bit of tension there. And then we have the next line. If you look at the next line, line 2, it says stave 2. I used a basic tab creator to do this. You have 5, 7 on the G string, followed by a little trill. And for anyone who's seen the Blues Trick number 1 video, that's your major third, but don't want to get too far off. So you have 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and there's a break. So your first lines. There's a rest, and you kind of repeat this line a little bit differently. 7, 5, 7, 5, and back to 7. And that's your 1. We're on the 1, so I'm kind of emphasizing the 1 a lot. And then I'm going to take the 7th fret, go back to the 7th fret, bend it sharply, not sharply, kind of softly really, up to that blue note, and come back to the 1. So I have a bend on the 7th fret, 5th fret of the B, 5th fret of the G, back home to the 7th fret of the D, which is the 1. Alright, so this all takes place in the 1, sounds like this so far. then, sorry, I had a little space there. Now, before we go to the 4, we have this little, this is line number 3 in the tabs, okay? And that's where we're going to end the 1. So here's a little blues backing track here. Here it is again. I'm going to play all up to that, and then we'll keep going. And then we're going to get to the 4. So this is stave 4, line 4 here. What I mean by the 4 is really the 4 in the music. For any of you who don't know, go watch the video, blah, blah, blah. All right, so now we're going to have line 4. Sorry, actually, it's like... There it is. So we have 5 on the 5th fret, slid to the 7th fret, 2 hits on the 5, then we're going to hammer onto that 4, which is the 7th fret of the G. And then back... 7th fret, and then a hammer on again. So you have feel free to pause the video. Okay, feel free. And that is on top of the 4. And then we get to the fun part. These like triplets with this like blues style soloing, which is I mean, okay guys, I don't really like to teach licks, I think you all know that, but this is like such a common blues lick that you want to get on your fingertips. This is like when your brain turns off, you want your fingers to do this. And so what I'm referring to is line 5 on your paper, okay, line 5. And we have a bend on the 7th fret. Now keep in mind I have blues finger here locked down, okay, for all you guys who've seen the blues finger video, you know what I'm talking about. If not, look up my blues finger video. Alright, so I have this bend coming on the 7th fret. 5, 5, blues fingers locked down. Going to take the 8th fret of the B string, pull off, and a triplet. So you have triplet, and then another triplet from the 5th for the B, 7th for the G, to the 5th for the G. So you have. Now for picking patterns, I'm going to pick up here so you see it. I have down, down, up, down, down, up, then down. Down, up, down. So I have, let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, triplet, triplet. There it is. Down, 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 up, down. So it's fast here. It's triplet, triplet. I just picture a person like rolling down a hill. Triplet, triplet. So you gotta sit with that. So line 5. Back to 7 for the D, and you hang on the 5. So we'll play the whole thing up to line 5. It's your first sheet. I'm going to screw it up. Here we go. Okay, that's where we ended. Let's keep going. Okay, so line 6. I have to remember. Oh yeah. So line 6 is like a really fun one that comes from the blues soloing minds. From the blues number 1 blues video, using the major third. So you have the 7th fret of the D, hammer. 5th fret of the G with a hammer on. So you have then down to pentatonic 7, 5, 7, 5, but now 4, the major third. And then down to the minor third, and then hit the root note twice. See ya. Okay, so now we take it from there. Bob, I hope you're enjoying this, buddy. All right, and now the 8th fret, we come to, this is line 7. This is a little run that you gotta practice because it's coming off the pinky, and usually things that come off the pinky are kind of like stressful because the pinky's like, oh my god, I'm on, and you're like, yeah, you're on. So you're gonna start with the 8th fret of the E string, and you're gonna go 8, hammer on from 5 to 7. Then you're gonna pluck up on that 5th fret of the D, pluck down on the 7th fret of the A string. So you have, and then hammer on 5 to 7 on the D string, then pluck up on the 5th fret of the G. So you have, here's line 6. Okay, those are triplets. Triplet. Actually, those are swings, swing beats. That's the rhythm of that line. Okay, now we're about to get to the 5 chord, and the 5 is here. So what I did is I use a pentatonic. This is, oh, by the way, this is line 8 now, line number 8. Okay, so we have 7, 5, 7, and then I get to the 5. I do a little hammer-on trill, like 5 to 8 to 5. So you have, and then I'm going to take my usual bend on the 7th fret, repeat the same thing without the trill, and then bend again on the 7th fret, then play the 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. So you have, that's line 8, or stave 8. So you have, okay, line 9 is, my God, don't worry, we'll put this all together. Okay, feel free to pause all this stuff. All right, so then we have 5th fret of the G string, and then we're gonna go 5th fret. 5th fret of the G string. I apologize. Starting again. Hammer on the 7. 5th fret of the B, back to 7th fret of the G. 5th fret of the G, 7th fret of D. So there it is. So it's. Alright, and now, let's see, and let's play it from the beginning. I'm going to play up to that part, and we'll do it again, but again, everyone who's following along with your sheets, you know, like, just learn the solo in pieces, go back to the beginning, start over and over again, and learning a solo note for note is hard, especially if it's a new realm, but don't worry, this note for note analysis is going to be pretty good, but it's up to you to put it together with an A blues backing track nice and slow. So, here's what we have up to so far. Oops. There it is. Okay. We're so close. So it was the 5 to the 4. The 4 is. Okay, and then we're at the second part of line 9. Sliding from 5 to 7. On the A string, 5, 7 on the D string, 5 on the G, and 7 on D. So you have. Now we have a turnaround here coming, which is line 10, and I have this crazy, I can't believe I even played this. I was trying to get the rhythm of it. It's so, like syncopated. Line 10. Okay, that's the first part. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and pause. You can see I put a pause there. Then you hit the 5, and then we're going to do a standard, like, little turnaround. Bum, bum, bum. Then on the D string, I'm going to do a very fast type of trill, like. So you have. And that was 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5 on the G, and then a hammer-on trill, and back home to 1. Alright. So now, this is a long video of me doing a note-for-note analysis of one of my solos, and I feel like, not that it's awkward, but I'm like, oh my God, I hope I did a good job, but you have the tabs. The tabs are absolutely correct, so you want to listen to this. And Bob, I really hope you're enjoying this. So here's the whole solo again, in its entirety, from my blues soloing mindset video. Here we go. Again, a little weird for me on that ending there, but nonetheless, you can watch the video. So now, you have the tabs, and this is all for Bob. Bob, I hope that you learned it, but here's my advice for learning everything. Go slow. Go line by line. You don't even need to play with a backing track. I want you to sit. I'm talking to Bob right now. Bob, just sit with the very first line. And if you can't bend, slide. Any which. Okay? And once you get that. Okay, then you can put in the second line. Turn my tone down. Okay, and then go slow. Now this whole entire thing is built on a 12-bar blues, so you can move it to any key. If I was in G, you just take the same patterns, right? Now, I'm not saying steal this and put this into your stuff, but you can keep any of these licks, quote unquote, in your library and know that they line up on the ones and the ones, the fours and the fours and the fives and the fives. I hope everybody enjoyed it. In the comments below, please say hi to Bob. This is a very special video for him and for you guys if you wanted a note-for-note analysis of one of my solos, which I find intriguing. So, signing off. Hope you enjoyed it again. Stitch Method. Subscribe if you liked it. Go check out other videos. I'll see you next week with some more In the Mind Of. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.